Hey guys, Donald with Top Wolf Outdoors, and you're watching IntenseAngler's Tip of the Week. Now back to John in the studios for it. Enjoy!
Hey there guys, John here, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about fire starters. Actually, one fire starter in particular. Now, I know that there is a vast variety of fire starters out there, and you guys have probably seen the majority of them. However, the one that I'm going to share with you guys today is actually really unique and really cool. I think you're going to like it a lot. And what it is this little fella right here. And what makes this different and unique is that it actually combines the two separate components of an emergency fire starting device. One which is the ignition source and one which is the accelerant. Something that will provide enough flame and enough heat to keep your fire going long enough to get your fuel started, whether that's wet wood or whatever else you're using in adverse conditions. Now, typically when you're dealing with a fire starter, you're dealing with two separate components. One is the ignition source, of course, such as a good old lighter, and the other is some source of accelerant, like a Vaseline-soaked cotton ball. And as I mentioned, what this fire starter does is combines those two in one compact, small, little waterproof package. Now, let me show you what I mean here. Simple as that. Now, this is a strike anywhere match wrapped in a cotton tissue soaked in wax, actually. And this little fella will burn from anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes. Put out enough heat, enough flame, and keep going long enough to get that fire going in those adverse conditions. So anyway, let's take a look at how to put this together. Now, to make these all-in-one waterproof fire starters, you're only going to need a few basic things. One is a box of strike anywhere matches. Next, you're going to need a little bit of candle wax. And finally, you'll need a few squares of toilet tissue. The fluffier the better. You'll want to start the process by melting your candle wax. Go ahead and set that on a flame, set that off to the side, and get that heated up and melted. As your candle wax is melting, you want to take your tissue paper and cut that into a few small strips, just long enough to cover the wooden base of the match. Once your tissue paper is cut into strips, go ahead and take one of your matches and simply wrap the base of it as tightly as possible with the tissue paper. Really simple here. Just go ahead and roll that nice and tight until you have a full roll around the match. Now that you have your match wrapped in tissue paper and your wax melted, go ahead and just dip that head first into the wax and allow it to drip a little bit, covering the head of the match. Simply turn it over next and dip the remaining portion into the wax. Drip off any excess and then set it on some tin foil or wax paper to dry. Now go ahead and just repeat this process until you have as many fire starters made as you want. Once your fire starters have dried for a few minutes, you can go ahead and package them or put them into any fire kits or survival kits that you want. Now, of course, no tutorial is really complete without a little demo. So let's go ahead and drop our fire starter into some water here. Get that nice and wet. Go ahead and take off any excess. Dry that out to the best of our ability. Now, of course, this may not be as simple in the field, and it may take a little bit more. Next, go ahead and remove the wax off of the head of the match using a thumbnail or something like that, whatever works for you. You may want to fluff out that outer edge of the tissue paper on the top. Get a little bit of fluffiness going on there. And go ahead and strike your fire starter. And she should immediately go up in flame. So, there you go. Waterproof, all-in-one fire starter. Well, that's about all we got for this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed the tip, and I hope that this fire starter is something that may be useful for you. Now, before we go ahead and wrap up here, I do want to take a second to thank Top Wolf 1964 for taking the time to send over the intro for this week's tip of the week. Really appreciated that, my friend. If you guys aren't familiar with Top Wolf 1964, he's got a really laid back and down to earth channel, and he's a really humble guy, something that I connect with and I think you guys would enjoy as well. So feel free to pay him a visit if you get a chance. One other thing before we go here really quick was I wanted to let you guys know that we are over on Facebook these days, and so if you wanted to connect with us over there, I'd really appreciate that, really enjoy it. We're going to be doing some exclusive short videos over there and some behind the scenes stuff, as well as just some photos of various things, and most importantly just another way to interact with you guys via a different medium. So you can go ahead and check us out. I will include a link down below this video that'll take you over to the Facebook page there. And other than that, that's really about all I got for this week, guys. I do want to say, as always, thank you very much for watching. Thanks for your support. Take the best of care, and we'll be seeing you guys really soon.